call it swag, some call it cockiness, some call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Tigers about to kick it away and get this season started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. The give to the back. Shows him the stiff arm. Jumped on top of the pile. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this second and short. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Grabbed in the middle. It's Dinkins. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. The Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Makes the grab. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. Now, Drew Aller feels as if he has unfinished business at Penn State. Tyler Warren is gone, but Aller still with a plethora of weapons at his disposal, and maybe, David, picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Auburn! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
You always want to come out and set the tone as a defense. Get a stop, make a punt. How about this? Get the INT and take it back to the house. Way to set the tone for this defense early.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Saunders. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Fires to the big fella. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs. And they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Breaks into the open. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker and running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that now, what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Handoff from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow. They don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill. Go get the running back. Get a tackle for a loss.
Looking downfield, it's Aller. Flips it out on the screen. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. Hand off from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now, I tell you, Auburn is known for playmakers on defense, and one guy who could have a massive impact on a turnaround is Keldrick Falk. David, 7 sacks a year ago, could be a top 10 pick next year.
Yeah, it's just so fun. It seems like Auburn finds these guys every single year. They've always got those guys that are fast, that are athletic, that can run, and they build their defense around them, and this is a guy that they'll do it again this year, and that's why Auburn's defense is going to be good.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Now improvising. On the move, he fires. Makes a connection. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. To the air. It's Aller. Gets it to him on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. That'll bring him to within 4. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Oregon has some work to do, but go against this team at your own risk. The program who played in the first ever CFP championship is always a threat to come back. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Texas. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. And he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Great coverage, great break of the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
He's got great speed. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Watch the screen, baby, watch the screen!
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, but you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
They're going to test the right side with this one. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Plows through the defense. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles, man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there, and just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
Makes the grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Tigers!
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Saunders. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Allard. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He lets it fly. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. It's a fumble. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. Ball down at the 31-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work.
I got to tell you, man, I'm impressed. Not with the throw, not with the decision, but how the offense flew around after the interception, getting to the ball, David, and creating that fumble.
And I think the QB breathing a big sigh of relief. He thought you made a game-changing pick, but how about flying to the football, like you said, making the tackle, getting the football out, recovering it, and, you know, getting a 1st down. That's how you do it.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The give from the gun. Powers through the defender. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the 1st down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Wants to throw. It's Allard. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Allen. Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the 1st down. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on first down. Looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game. Running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Got it in the middle, it's Allen. And he showed off that stiff arm as he had a decent run. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Trying to get rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off the spot, he gets outside the pocket. They did a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
He's looking deep. Hauls it in down the sideline. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking downfield on first down. Hit as he throws. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here comes the Auburn offense. Starting this third quarter on the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Red pass, it's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And they'll miss the connection here on third down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The the Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Buying some time. Outside the pocket, lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain.
Well, they've got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. To throw, it's Aller. Here's the pressure. They get to him as he throws. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield.
See, I like this tight end because he's not just running flat routes and little stick routes and drags. This guy can get vertically down the field. He showed you his speed there running the crosser.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Caught over the middle. It's Allen. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, a field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on 3rd and short in field goal range to get the complete.
Big guy tries to barrel in. And with a hallelujah land. Touchdown, Penn State. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football, be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Now they'll try the 2-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. Wants to go up top. Intercepted deep in his own end.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just great.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Cobb. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. After giving up that last touchdown, they've still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on 3rd down. Under fire. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They close the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. Hauls it in. And they get him down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They go to the ground. Runs through another guy. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
Really, really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6. The Nittany Lions lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden, they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover 0. When I play cover 0, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
Give to the running back. Breaks the tackle. And he didn't find a whole lot of running room, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield. It's Robinson. At the 20, he's got space. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
To the air on 1st down. A lot of defenders around on that screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, the running back has it. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of going to have to throw for it. Gets rid of it. He makes a grab. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel...
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Deep in enemy territory, balls at the 3. They can pick up a first down without scoring a touchdown. And here they go on 4th and short. Trying to do it on the ground. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Yeah, and this offense definitely, they want touchdowns. And you talk about being great on offense. It's executing in the red area, executing on 3rd down. They executed really well. Now set up with high percentage. 1st and goal from the 2-yard line.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. He's going for the goal line. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this 4th quarter.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. That's caught. It's Allen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Allen. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Nittany Lions in the hurry-up. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Puts it out of the air. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the 2nd half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Going to look downfield again. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going.
And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Ready to try the point after.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Ncaa. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. That Auburn offense onto the field again. The give, and tick, 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 tick. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They cut into this lead the last time they had it, and now here in the 4th, a chance to move on top with a score.
Man, this is really good complimentary football so far. Like, you're down in the 4th quarter. Your defense has to get a stop. They get it, and I love the first play. We continue the momentum. Nice play on 1st down. Got to put this drive together. Got to get some points.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Allen. Hard running there. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back into play. Nice job by the offense. The defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Blasted as he lets it go. He's got it. Touchdown, Penn State! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
They'll go to the air. It's caught. The 2-point try is good, and now it's a 3-point game.
And I think you hear about this chart all the time, when to go for 2, when not to go for 2. Smart decision. 2nd half, being up by 1 doesn't help you. Getting that 2-point conversion, that's a big deal. Now this offense up by a field goal.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Cobb. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. Makes the grab on the left side. Off to the races. Touchdown, Auburn. And they grab the advantage. Take 4th.
And that is phenomenal quarterbacking, understanding right away. Dude, you're going to bring pressure. I'm getting the ball to my playmaker right now. Let him do the rest. Let him glide into the end zone. Make me look really good. Good timing, good decision by the quarterback, getting it out quick.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense, not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Enormous play coming right here. 3rd down, and this crowd is bringing down the house. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be 1st and goal. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. You sort of think that over the years you get immune to these types of